very fun and interactive quiz. Maybe you've ever wondered, what kind of a parent am I? So I'm gonna put the interactive quiz in the chat so that maybe you can go through it. For example, if you join in so late, so I just need you to have a pen and a notebook as I read through as I read through the questions. You're gonna be answering whether it's A, B, C, D. So make sure that you're putting in your answer so that at the end of the quiz, we're gonna compute, or we're gonna just highlight how many A's, how many B's, how many C's, how many D's. And by so doing, you're gonna learn what kind of a parent you are. So allow me to go through the questions in here. Tell a friend that today we are learning about what kind of a parent are you. So yeah, so let me open it as you join in. If you join in, tell us where you're coming from. Where do you come from? Are you your mom? Are you your dad? Tell us in the comment section, in the chat. Just chat in there. Tell us, do you know any kind of a type of a parent? What do you think? What type of a parent do you think you are? So yeah, so let's do this. Just a minute. I want to put all those questions in the chat box so that you can go through them on your own. Right. Okay, guys, so I have about 20, in this quiz, we have about 20 questions. So just be as honest as you can. And by the end of it all, we're going to be revealing 4 types of parents, or 4 kinds of parents. So you are either a structured parent, and we're going to be defining what a structured parent is, or you are a supportive parent. You're going to be saying or defining what a supportive parent is, or you are a relaxed parent or a fun parent. So you are either those 4 types of parents, either a structured parent, either a supportive parent, either a relaxed parent, or either a fun parent. So this quiz is going to reveal what kind of a parent you are. And question number 1 is, how do you handle bedtime? Like, it's time for bed. How do you handle that? A, remember what I told you guys, have a notebook and a pen so that if the answer is A, just make sure that you write A, because you're going to be counting how many A's did you have, how many B's, like that. So what kind of a parent are you? So how do you handle bedtime? A, I have a strict bedtime routine with no exceptions. Like if it's 8 p.m., it's 8 p.m. So that is A. B, I let my kids stay up late sometimes if they are having fun. So if your children are having fun, you don't mind them staying longer. So that is B. C, bedtime. What is that? We go with the flow. So if you're that kind of a person, you don't have any bedtime routine, you just go with the flow, the answer is C. And D, I encourage them to go to bed early, but always end up snuggling or chatting for a while. So if that is you, the answer is D for dog. So that is question number 1. Question number 2. When your child comes home with a bad grade from school, how do you respond? A, I talk to them about why it happened and set up a plan for improvement. So if this is you, the answer is A. B, I tell them not to worry. Everyone has bad days. If this is you, the answer is B. So C, I get upset but try not to show it. So that is C. D, I'll help them with their homework and reassure them that it is not the end of the world. If that is you, The answer is D for dog. So we are now going to question number 3. How do you feel about screen time? I know screen time is a big issue in these modern times. So how do you feel about screen time? A, it is strictly limited and monitored. Woo, I almost said limited. So A, it is strictly limited and monitored. If you strictly limit screen time and you strictly monitor screen time, then your answer is A. And then B, I let them have some screen time, but I make sure they get outside too. So for example, you will tell them you're gonna have your iPad at this time, and then during this time you're gonna go outside and play. Then the answer is B. And then for parent number C, for option C, screen time, as long as it keeps them busy, I'm fine with it. So you don't mind how long your child stays on the screen. The answer is C there. And D for dog, I use screen time as a reward or a way to keep them entertained when I'm busy. So if you're busy and for you as a parent, you want to give them the phone or the iPad just to keep them busy, then the answer is D for dog. So I hope you're still adding in you're putting them down. And then number 4, what is your approach to discipline? Like how do you discipline? How do you approach disciplining your children? A, clear rules and consequences with no exceptions. If this is you, you have very clear rules and consequences and there are no exceptions, then your answer is A. Put that down. B for boy. I try to be understanding and we talk it out. So if this is how you handle discipline, the answer is B. So put B down. C, I pick my battles. Sometimes I let things slide. So sometimes if your child does something wrong and you just let it slide sometimes. So the answer is C. Make sure you put that down. And then D for dog, I focus on positive reinforcement and teaching through examples. So if this is you, the answer is D for dog. Put that down. If you teach through examples, the answer is D. Put that down. And now let us go to question number 5. The question is in the quiz is, how do you encourage your child to try new things? So how do you encourage your child to try new things? A, I push them to try new things even if they are scared. If you do this, if this is your style, like you push them to try new things even if they are scared, put that down. Your answer is A. B, I offer support, but I let them make the decision. So if this is you, the answer is B for boy. And then C, I usually let them stay in their comfort zone, but suggest new activities gently. So if this is how you encourage your child to try new things, C, I usually let them stay in their comfort zone, but suggest new activities gently. Put that down. The answer is C there. 5, I show excitement about new things and get them curious by doing it together. So is this how you encourage your child to try new things? By showing excitement about the new thing and getting them curious by doing it together? The answer is D for dog. I hope we are going on quite well. I wanted to share this quiz to a mom, to a dad that you know, because we need to know what kind of parents are we so that we can better ourselves. And now let us go to question number 6. How do you feel about your child having chores? How do you feel about your child having chores? A, they have a set list of chores that need to be done every day. So if this is you, the answer is A. Put that down. B, I think they should help out around the house, but it is not always enforced. If this is you, put that down as B for boy. And then C, I try to keep it casual, but I encourage them to pitch in when they can. So put that down as C. D for dog, I think chores should be fun and I try to make them more like games. If you are this kind of parent, put D for dog as your option. Let us go to quiz number 7. What is that? Okay, number 7. Sorry about that. How do you support your child's hobbies? How do you support your child's hobbies? A. I'm actively involved, driving them to lessons and helping them out. So if you answer, if that is your how you do it, put A as the option. B. I let them take the lead, but make sure they have everything they need. So put B as your option if that is you. And then C. I encourage them but don't have time to get super involved. If this is you, C is your option. And then D, I love joining in on their hobbies whenever I can. If this is you, the answer is D for dog. Sorry. I don't know why my tongue is sliding today. So if you love joining in on their hobbies whenever you can, the option there is okay. Thank you. I apologize for that. I think I had lost the signal. So our question number 8. So when your child is upset, how do you comfort them? A. I talk it through and try to give them advice. If this is you, put A as the option. And then B reads, I let them express their feelings and offer hugs. If you do that, like you let them just let it out and then give them lots of hugs, the option is B. And then C, I distract them with something fun or try to cheer them up. If that is you, put C as the option. And then D, I encourage them to work through it themselves, but stay nearby. If that is you, the option there is D for dog. I hope we are proceeding on well. Now we are on question number 9. How do you handle your child's friendships? How do you handle your child's friendships? A. I carefully monitor their friendships and make sure they are healthy. If you are that kind of a person who monitors what kind of friendships do they have just to make sure they are healthy, the answer is A. And then B reads, I let them figure it out, but guide them if needed. And then C, I trust them to handle their own friendships. Like you don't really care who they're hanging out, you are trusting them that they can handle their own friendships. The option there is C. And then D, I love having their friends over and make sure they have a fun environment. So if that is you, that kind of a parent, put D as the option. And now we are almost halfway done. We are on question number 10. So what is your approach to family vacations? What is your approach to family vacations? And A, we have everything out. We plan everything out, sorry. We plan everything out and everything runs like clockwork. So if that is you, put A as the option. And then B, we have a rough idea of what we want to do, but keep it flexible. So that is B. And then C, we go with the flow and just enjoy wherever the day takes us. That is C. And then D, I try to make it an adventure where everyone has input in the plans. So that is D. Put D for dog as the option. And now we are on to number 11. How do you handle your child's tantrums or meltdowns? How do you handle your child's tantrums or meltdowns? A, I remain calm, set boundaries, and wait for them to calm down. So if this is you, put A as the option. And then B, I try to distract them or talk through what is bothering them. Put B as the option if that is you. And then C, I give them space and let them cry it out. If that is you, put C as the option. And then D for dog, I try to keep things lighthearted and distract them with something fun. So if that is you, put D as the option. We are now on question number 12. When your child expresses an opinion that differs from yours, how do you react? And by the way, moms and dads, I put up a whole series on how to help your child gain confidence. I highly recommend that you check it out so that you can help build children who have confidence, who have high self-esteem. Number 13, number 12, when your child expresses an opinion that differs from yours, how do you react? A, I try to explain my point of view and hope they understand. If that is you, A is your option. B, I listen to their opinion and try to find common ground. That is B. C, I usually let them have their opinion, but make sure they know how I feel about it. So if that is you, put C as the option. And then D, I encourage open discussion and respect their differing views. If that is you, put D for dog as the option. Question number 13, we are almost done. How do you feel about your child spending time alone? How do you feel about that? A, I think it is important for them to have independent time. If that is you, put A as the option. B, I'm okay with it, but check in to make sure they are doing okay. If that is you, B is your option. C, I prefer to be around them, but understand they need alone time. So put C as the option if this is you. And then D, I love seeing them enjoy their independence, but I stay close by. So if this is you, put D as the option. Number 14, how do you approach your child's health and well-being? How do you approach your child's health and well-being? A, I keep a close eye on their diet, exercise, and sleep schedule. If this is you, put A as the option. And then B, I try to keep them healthy, but I don't stress about it too much. If that is you, put B as the option. C, I encourage healthy habits, but allow some flexibility. So, for example, you will allow them to have maybe some junk foods here and there. You will allow them to binge on whatever maybe you feel they can have. So, if that is you, you encourage healthy habits, but you allow some flexibility. The answer there is C. And then D, I focus on a balanced lifestyle and make sure they are enjoying life. So if that is you, your option there is D for dog. Question number 15. How do you handle your child's extracurricular activities? A, I keep track of every practice, performance, and game. So put A as your option if that is you. B, I make sure they are committed, but I give them space to decide how much they want to do. If that is you, the option there is B. C, I let them decide what they want to do and I don't push too hard. So you don't push too hard. The answer there is C. D, I like to join in and we make it a family activity. So if that is you, then put D for dog as your option. 16, we are just 4 more questions to go. What is your parenting style when it comes to screen time? What is your parenting style when it comes to screen time? I know this is a big problem. So A, strictly no screens during meals or family time. If that is you, the answer is A there. B, I allow some screen time, but there are rules in place. So that is B. C, I let them have as much screen time as they want, as long as they're happy. C is for you. And then D, for dog, I use screen time as a way to bond or learn new things together. So if that is you, put D as the option. Question number 17. How do you handle disagreements with your partner about parenting? So how do you handle disagreements with your partner about parenting? A, we talk it through until we come to an agreement. B, I listen to their point of view and try to compromise. C, I usually take charge but try to consider their opinion. D, we respect each other's parenting styles and work it out. So make sure you're putting every answer correctly. There is no correct or wrong answer. So this is just helping us to really dig deep to know what kind of a parent that we are. So you just choose, be as honest as you can so that you can really know what kind of a parent you are. Number 18, how do you feel about your child's social media use? How do you feel about your child's social media use? A, I'm cautious and closely monitor everything. B, I set some rules but trust them to be responsible. C, I'm hands off and let them navigate it on their own. D, D for dog. I'm involved and try to help them understand safe usage. So put the answer that clearly or honestly resonates with you there. Number 19, how do you celebrate your child's achievements? How do you celebrate your child's achievements? A, we celebrate big with rewards and family gatherings. B, I acknowledge their accomplishments and praise their hard work. C, I keep it simple, but I make sure they know how proud I am. D, I celebrate with a fun activity or treat and remind them to stay humble. So if that is you, put D as your option. And finally, number 20, how do you handle your child's fears or anxieties? How do you handle your child's fears or anxieties? A, I talk through their fears and help them understand them. So if this is you, put A as the option. B, I offer reassurances and try to distract them. Mhm. That is B. And then C, I give them space to feel their emotions but offer support. C, that is C. And then D, I stay calm and offer solutions to help them face their fears. So if that is you, then put D as your answer. So now I want you to look at your notebook, check, count the number of A's, put them down, then count the number of B's, put them down, count the number of C's, and finally count the number of D's and put them down. Just take a second to do that. Yeah, now compute them. Tell us how many A's did you get, how many B's did you get, how many C's did you get, and finally, how many D's did you get? So as I discussed earlier on when we were starting on this quiz, there are just four types of parents. So if you got mostly A's, you are a structured parent. And what is a structured parent? A structured parent is a parent who prefers routines. They prefer routines, clear rules and discipline, and you like things to be organized and planned. So that is a structured parent. And that is a parent who scored mostly A's. And as I said, there is no right or correct answer. So it's just who we are, just how God made us, and or how we've been brought up, how we perceive or how we do things as a parent. So if you scored A's, mostly A's, then you are a structured parent. If you scored mostly B's, you are a supportive parent. And who is a supportive parent? So a supportive parent is understanding, she's flexible, or also he, and they love to be involved, but they also give their kids some independence. So that is a supportive parent. And then if you scored mostly C's, you are a relaxed parent. So who is a relaxed parent? So you go with the flow and you prefer to pick your battles. So you let your kids have more freedom to make their own choices. So that is a relaxed parent. And finally, mostly D's. If you scored mostly D's, you are a fun parent. And who would not want to have a fun parent? I think all kids would love to have a fun parent. So who is a fun parent? A fun parent. So you love creating memorable experiences, bonding through shared activities, and encouraging your kids to enjoy life to the fullest. So that is a fun parent. So you're either a structured parent, you're either a supportive parent, you're either a relaxed parent, or you're either a fun parent. So what am I going to do? I want to put this test or this quiz in the chat or in the comment section, so that those of us who are joining in right now can go through it. Take a notebook and a pen, uh, go through the questions. If the answer honestly from your heart is A, put that down all the way to number 20, and then at the end just count how many number of A's, how many number of B's, and then it's gonna tell you what kind of a parent you are. So if you're not happy with how you are doing as a parent, there are so many resources out there that can help you as a parent. And we also do have some with the help of other professionals who can help you with parenting. So if you're interested, just comment in the chat box. Tell us maybe what you're struggling with as a parent, and then we can know what to do. So thank you so much, guys, for joining in. I'm so grateful to have you. Make sure you like this chat, this live, and I'm hoping to see you very soon next time. So bye, God bless you.